Hi, I'm Lisa Bonnice, host of the Shift Network's upcoming Ancestral Healing Summit. I'd like to offer you a quick glimpse into some behind the scenes footage of one of the interviews. This one with psychic medium Michelle Clare. During our interview, genuine healing happened, almost like magic. As you'll see, I showed up that morning feeling out of sorts.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you guys this morning?
Fine,
Good.
and
How are
you?
you?
I'm feeling weird and out of sorts. I apologize for being late, but I'm trying to get my head together and it just, so, because I woke up this morning just so angry and I don't know why, because things are fine, but I'm just like, eh. So I've been spending the morning just chill, just calm. After I got my bearings and set my feelings aside, we started the interview, and at a certain point, Michelle said something that opened up the conversation to a whole new level.
Your ancestors want you to heal for you, for them, and for future generations. So if you just step into the energy of saying, okay, I don't know what this discomfort is that I'm feeling, but is it on my mother's side? Is it on my father's side? And how many generations back does it go? You'll get yes, no, 6 generations. It'll be very simple answers. Spirit doesn't want to make things complicated because they're here to support us in our healing journey.
Okay, interesting. Now, if you don't mind, I'd kind of like to go off into sort of a weird tangent. I was mentioning to you this morning before we actually began this interview that I'm feeling really unusually weird and out of sorts this morning in a way that I cannot comprehend. And no matter what I did before I sat down here, it wasn't going away. And just as you were talking just now, I heard that this is this rage from my great grandfather. I don't know where this is coming from or why now while we're in the middle of work, but let's talk about this if you don't mind. That the experience that I know about from him was that he was a coal miner, and one of the reasons he moved to the United States from Scotland is because there was a coal miners strike in 1921, I believe it was. And miners were, during World War I, they received a pay boost to stay home and not go off and fight because coal was needed to fuel the empire. So once the war ended, their wages were cut way back. And this just enraged the miners. And for some reason, I'm feeling that specific rage this morning, and I didn't realize it until I heard you talking just now when I got this download. So, with all that said, what can I do, or anybody else who's having similar type experiences, what can you do with this energy with a message, a clear message from an ancestor? Okay, fine, I feel anger. And what do we do with it?
It's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. As you were talking, I was absolutely connecting with his energy. And the word he kept giving me was cheated. I was cheated. I was cheated. So one of the things that we can do with that when we're wanting to help him heal is we can acknowledge that that was a messed up situation. I'm sorry you had to experience that. But then what we can do is we can say, but your family survived this situation. You survived this situation, and I'm here to heal it, to bring completion and wholeness to that. So with that being said, because of what you're aware of now, you might, for say the next 24 hours, walk around thinking, that person got cheated. I just got cheated. You might, because you're sharing his energy with him right now. But as you bring awareness to what he is sharing with you, you're actually healing it for him. And I can actually just hear his relief right now that I just pointed out to him that he survived and his ancestors survived and they're all okay.
Yeah. This is so weird. Really, we did not plan this, folks, but I feel so much better just having said that, just having expressed what I was feeling and acknowledging that this wasn't my angst, my anger, my rage. And then hearing you say the words, you were cheated. Poof, it evaporated. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for allowing me to, I guess, demonstrate exactly what we're talking about in a completely unintentional way. Wow. Is that your experience, that it works that way?
That is my experience. So number one, congratulations. You literally just demonstrated how effortless it is to have generational ancestral healing happen. Because the moment that you acknowledge these feelings for him, I could feel the relief.
After we finished the interview, we talked a bit more about what had just happened. Oh, and I wasn't going to say this again on the recording, but I was feeling the word cheated. That specific word didn't come to mind, but that is the feeling that I was like, son of a bitch, I'm not getting what I deserve. I'm just, and there's nothing like that going on in my real life. So, wow.
Well, that was the word he gave me immediately. He's like, I was cheated.
Yeah.
I was cheated. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he was telling me that as you were talking about the situation, and it was all just, oh my gosh, that was so amazing. You know, we could not have scripted that.
This entire session blew my mind so hard that I just had to share a little bit about what happened behind the scenes, so you can see just how easy ancestral healing can sometimes be. Now, sure, sometimes it's deep, difficult work, but sometimes it really is just like that, acknowledging the painful experiences of those who came before us and watching for examples of those patterns coming up in our lives, realizing that they didn't originate with us. Watch the whole session with Michelle and so many others in this year's Ancestral Healing Summit, streaming online January 30th through February 3rd, free on the Shift Network. The only cost is if you choose to purchase the upgrade package to add this collection permanently to your digital library. See you there.